His first major interview since winning last month's election, Canada's Prime Minister has spoken to Sky News. Mark Carney says US President's suggestion of Canada becoming the 51st state of the US was a threat to the country's sovereignty.
Having campaigned on a message that America wanted to break Canada in order to own it, the former Bank of England governor has called on his king for help.
His Majesty coming sends a message first and foremost to Canadians. All issues around Canadian sovereignty have been accentuated by the President, so no, it's not coincidental.
And it is my pleasure to bring from His Majesty the King.
It follows Sir Keir Starmer personally handing a letter of invitation from the King to the President for an unprecedented second UK state visit.
What did Canadians make of that?
I'll be frank, they weren't impressed by that gesture. Quite simply, given the circumstance. It was at a time when we were being quite clear, some of us were being quite clear about the issues around sovereignty. I was not yet Prime Minister, but I was being clear on the campaign trail, and it cut across some of those messages.
So do you personally think that a state visit to the UK for President Trump is appropriate, given that backdrop?
Well, that's a judgment for the government of the United Kingdom and the Palace.
I'm sure you have an opinion.
Well, you reference, I have an opinion on many things, some of which I keep to myself.
The King is going to sit here alongside the Queen. It'll be the first time in nearly 50 years that the head of state will open Parliament here in Canada. The Canadian Prime Minister is clear that it is an assertion of Canadian sovereignty, made all the more important because of Donald Trump's threats.
Despite his campaign rhetoric never to meet the President while he disrespected Canada, Carney's first visit since re-election was to the White House.
Why did you meet him?
He was expressing a desire. He wasn't calling. He'd shifted from the expectation to a desire for that to happen. He was also coming from a place where he recognized that wasn't going to happen. I made it clear to him.
Do you think that he ever intended to annex Canada?
There's wish and reality. Did he want to? Did it look like an attractive combination to him? Yes. Does he still muse about it? Perhaps. Is it ever going to happen? No, never.